our first guests all play a part in the hit web series An African City, which is generating big numbers on YouTube and a ton of buzz.
It sure is. And here to talk about the Afropolitan answer to Sex and the City is creator Nicole Amartefio, executive producer Millie Magno, and lead actor Maya Boafo. I know I butchered that. So why don't you walk us through it? Walk us through that again slowly, and then I'll apologize, my African sisters. Okay.
How do you say your name?
Oh, Nicole Amartefio.
Okay.
Amartefio.
And I'm Millie Magno, you got that.
Okay.
Mamea.
Mamea.
Yes.
Got it.
Got
Your Nigerian audience has been tough on us about pronouncing names.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm Lola
So it goes both
Ogunike,
ways.
so
Yes.
Okay.
we'll be fine. All right. And you're Shannon?
Lanier.
Lanier.
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
He got that. Lanier.
Lanier. I want to feel fancy like you are.
All right. Well, the show is called An African City. It's a huge hit, and the African city that you focus on primarily is Accra in Ghana, correct?
Yes.
Why Accra, and why do you think the show has become such a viral sensation?
So Accra, that's where I was born.
Okay.
So write what you know, write about the city you know. But at the same time, you know, we took stories from women from cities throughout the continent, from Kigali, from Nairobi, from Cape Town, from Joburg, from Lagos. So yeah, we just had to set it in Accra.
Wow, and you guys just wrapped your first season, and all
Yes.
10 episodes are available online now. So what was the shooting schedule like? How grueling was it? Was it really fast, or because it was on the web, you had more time?
Well, we took a full month to shoot the entire 10 episodes.
You
and that
shot
was our
10
first
episodes
season.
in 4 weeks?
We did.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
Short episodes, about 8-10 minutes.
8 to 10 minutes
Yeah.
web series. But yeah, you know, our shooting schedule was strenuous. I mean, we would literally shoot all day, and then we'd wake up at night, the next day and just go right on back in. You know, it was definitely a tough shooting schedule.
Wow. Can we take a look at a clip and then discuss?
Definitely.
Great. All right.
Nana, yeah. What does Fidel Roberto think about the continent's energy crisis? Wink, wink.
Yeah, I heard the interview. His voice is so sexy.
You did such a good job. I was telling everyone at work that I knew you.
I was bragging about it all week. CNN needs to hire you.
But what did he say? That Ghana's oil production is supposed to reach 1 billion a year?
Never mind that. Is he as hot as everyone says he is?
I know, the guy's like a living legend. I heard he has homes everywhere, like 3 in Angola, 1 in Dubai, another in Paris, London, New York, and even here in Accra.
I am sure that the fact that his half-brother is the president has something to do with all that. All the corruption and nepotism is disgusting.
And he's single.
You know, the great thing about this show is that you get to see a side of African women that isn't usually portrayed in Western media. You know, these girls aren't downtrodden, they're not impoverished, they're not dealing with famine or war or AIDS. They were actually glamorous women who could be living in any city, be it Paris, Luxembourg, London, etc.
And that was the point.
And that was the point.
Exactly, that was the point. That was my vision. You know, for all my life, the imagery of the African woman has been poverty, disease, has to be educated on maternal health. But all the women I knew were glamorous and beautiful and well-educated. So I felt like it was time to tell mainstream media that we want something else.
Now, you play a character who is a returnee. You come back from America to your hometown of Ghana. What is it like playing that character, and how were you received when you did come back?
You're an actual returnee.
Well, I don't live in Ghana,
Okay.
but I do go often.
Okay.
I never grew up there, wasn't born there, but I do call Ghana my home. And for me as an actor, it was such a delight, and it felt like full circle to go back to my home country to work. You know, I came to the States to study acting, and so here I am doing just that in my home. So my parents should be happy now, because they're like, get a degree in acting. If you want to act, get the degree. So, you know, I feel that. What does it feel like to be back home? It feels great. You know, you can sense the energy of something new happening. There's a reason why people are coming back home at this time and age, and you could sense it. You could see it all around, and it was just wonderful to be a part of that.
Why do you think that is?
Yeah.
I think people realize that home is home. You know, fortunately for us, Ghana is not a war-torn place. We're not refugee asylums. You know, we're welcome back home. There are things to do back home. There's so much potential. I mean, look at what Nicole and Millie have done. You know, had it been here, it wouldn't have the same effect. You know, the fact that it's home that we're doing this, and so many people from Africa, anywhere, can resonate with what we're talking about. It just happens to be that it's our home.
Nicole, how did you come up with the concept for the show? Was it inspired by Sex and the City?
100%.
Okay. So who's Charlotte? Who's Samantha?
Exactly. So, I mean, Mamiya is the carry of the show. But yes, certainly, it was interesting in terms of looking for another story of the African woman and wondering how to do that. It was really watching reruns of Sex and the City that I said, that's the answer. You know, the African version of Sex and the City is the answer to another visual, another story of the African woman.
And how did you go about convincing people to buy into this idea?
Well, I mean, at first it was actually really hard. So that's why I just decided, you know what? I'm not going to let any boundaries stop me. We're going to go full force with this, Millie, and we're just going to do it, even if the funding is minimal, but we're just going to keep going, put something on YouTube, and I think the numbers are showing that people wanted this.
Yeah, there's a hunger for it.
Exactly.
Well, some people also say, some of the critics, Millie, say that this is not showing the real lives of many of these women who live there, maybe the 1%, the, you know, affluent, you know, women that are there. Do you think that's an accurate assessment?
I don't think that's an accurate assessment. I think that everyone in Ghana, and all over Africa, I'm like blanking right now. But no, it's not just showing the 1%. Everyone is living a life. It's not necessarily a life of luxury. Yes, we show a segmented part, but all shows show that. I don't think you can find a show on TV that will please everyone.
And Nicole, isn't that really the point? I mean, television is supposed to be about escapism.
Exactly.
And people want to escape into worlds like this.
Exactly.
Worlds of glamour. I mean,
Exactly.
soap operas here don't represent the masses always. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also, I mean,
Was that your answer?
That's my answer. Thank you. But another thing, I mean, mainstream media is always showing us one side.
Right.
So why not the other side? Whether it's 1% or 15% or 50%, it's another story. These women do exist.
I know.
They do.
And so why not share their story? Is their story not allowed to be told?
Right. Because it's not in keeping with the Western media's narrative about African
Exactly.
women.
Or what people are used to.
So speaking of telling stories, you have to tell us a story behind all the fashion colors. Lola is obsessed with some of the fashion that is on the show. But it's breathtaking.
I see you, ladies.
Are these all African designers that you feature in the show?
Most
Really?
predominantly Ghanaian, predominantly. But yeah, that was another goal of the show, that this was going to be a platform for all creatives. So when it comes to fashion, it's supposed to show all these up-and-coming young female African designers, put them on the map, even though some are already on the map, but you know, really have a conversation about music. Some of the best music is coming out of out of the African continent, so make sure they have a platform. It was really a platform for all African creatives.
So what can we look forward to in season 2? We want the scoop. When do you guys start shooting, and what are some of the storylines going to be?
We're still working on that.
Who's going to end up with the president's son? That's what we need to know.
Well, she's dating him now, right?
But will you end up with him is what the question.
Say stay tuned.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Big.
Exactly. But we could definitely say that season 2 is going to be bigger and better. Nicole and I definitely have said that we've set the template as far as using this as our rough draft. So we're looking to make it, you know, as best a better masterpiece for season 2.
Do you have aspirations for network television?
Of course, definitely. After I heard about the concept, that was my goal immediately. I said, I want to see this show on television. And Nicole was like, no, you know, we can start slow and like start it as a web series and see if people will respond. She only thought we were going to get a few, you know, 1,000 views and people would comment. But I mean, literally the day after we put it out, we had people gravitating towards it. It was, you could tell that there was a need for this.
And I think people want to see more, so are there any plans to make the segments longer instead of just a few minutes? I want to see like half an hour, because you're always like, what happened? And like, ah.
Yeah, so networks that we have been talking to have been asking about for 22, 24 minutes. So that's certainly the goal for season 2, longer episodes.
All right.
And even more
wait.
episodes for season 2.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
And better fashion and more writing and
Just
bigger
bigger
writing.
Bigger and better
Bigger and
everything.
better.
All right. Any plans to go to another African city or just Accra for now? Maybe Lagos. Maybe you'll have like a Nigerian journalist who happens to have a show called Rise.
We'll call you Lola. But yeah, definitely some investors that we've been talking to throughout the continent have said, we want you to come to Abidjan, we want you to come to Cape Town, so we want you to come to Lagos. So we'll definitely fit those into some of the storylines, other cities.
All right.
To showcase more cities and more of what Africa has to offer.
Well, ladies, thank you so much. And again, we'll be
you.
tuning in.
Thank
If we
you.
want to watch past episodes, where do we go online?
Our YouTube channel,
Okay.
youtube.com/anafricancity, or
Okay.
our website, anafricancity.tv.
All right.
All right, thank you, ladies, so much for being here with us.
you.
And you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.